Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Last day of spring.
Oh, it is.
Going out.
Okay.
Going out on the cool side here in central Nebraska.
Yeah, I chose to wear a long sleeve shirt today.
Yeah, went back with the T-shirt this morning. Been not having the T-shirt under the shirt the last few days because you just get too hot. But
I know.
It's only going to be in the 60s today.
It is.
Cool night last night, I understand, for your baseball game.
It was. It was a cool night. It was a beautiful night for baseball. Yeah, good ball game, and it was. You just can't beat a good night at the ballpark, in my opinion.
Couple good teams, actually 4 good teams that played last night.
Yeah, two good games. Gothenburg won the juniors game 10-9, and then Broken Bow came back and won the seniors game 9-6. So it was a good night of baseball.
More baseball to come?
Yeah, we're going to do the Broken Bow Lexington game tomorrow night at Paul Brown Field. So join us for that. We'll have the seniors game on the air for you tomorrow.
And I believe, from what I've heard, and I am going to plead guilty here, I've not made it to Paul Brown Field yet this year, and I want to do that, watch some ball games. But the crowds, I think, have been pretty good this summer, from what I understand. Yeah,
been really good, and a really good crowd last night. Gothenburg and Broken Bow both very well supported by their friends and family last night. So, yeah, the crowds, I think, have been very good.
Good. Makes it more fun when they cheer when you get a double play or, hit home runs and base hits and that sort of thing.
Yeah, and let's face it, is there anything better than baseball chatter? Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
the little background noise.
Yeah, you watch baseball a different way, and you cheer baseball a different way than other sports, right?
Yes.
There's just a lot of chatter that goes on, and I when I'm a fan, man, I'm a part of that chatter. I don't know. It's fun. I love it.
It is. And if you have the opportunity to go to a professional ball game, and I know many of you have, then there's this low rumble, this low chatter that goes on during the whole game.
The whole game.
And then when somebody does something, then it explodes, and then they all go back to visiting. And you'll see opposing fans who will have, their team that they're supporting, sitting together and chatting. That's what's cool about baseball.
Yeah.
One of the things.
Yes.
We lost a legend in baseball. Willie Mays passed away Tuesday night at the age of 93. 2-time MVP of the league, a 24-time All-Star. He has records that nobody has touched in baseball, and he helped the Giants win the 1954 World Series, considered one of the most memorable plays in sports when he caught that ball on the run over his shoulder. And the Giants and Cardinals had already planned to play a special game Thursday to honor him and other players with ties to the Negro Leagues. Mm-hmm. So his legendary effect on society and baseball will go on, but he did pass away Tuesday at the age of 93. I think all of us can visualize that catch they're talking about. They've showed it a million times, but still, back in that time, that was a especially good play because all the players didn't have that ability to catch a ball on the run. Now in the baseball leagues, they make those kind of catches pretty routinely, but not quite as special as that one.
No, it was a special catch, and he made a lot of special plays during his career. An amazing athlete, and certainly one of the all-time best.
Agreed. All right, we have a busy show for you today, folks. No kidding. We have our regular guest list, which is full, and soon we expect Mike Evans in from Evans Feed. A little later on, I don't know if Mike will hang around, but Custer Federal State Bank is letting their time be used today for the Scenic Byway. Mm-hmm. So we'll be learning more about that right in the middle of the season here. Custer Care Center on our guest list, the Garden Center. We'll be talking to the Pizza Hut and talking about the movies at the Fox Theater. Plus, I think we have about 10 or 12 different what we call live reads to cover here on The Breakfast Show. But we will not forget to give you a chance to call in and text in to get registered for the $75 cash that will be given away on Friday during The Breakfast Show.
Yeah. And when we can, I think we'll try to reach out to Market Trade Winds.
Oh, yes.
Marina and see what's happening at the lake this
We probably
week.
need to do that sooner than later, don't we?
Yeah, when we have time. I think Mark's always willing to visit with us no matter what time.
Well, good. We'll get a hold of him.
Yeah.
We'll get a hold of him in just a little bit. I did want to bring the Prairie Pioneer Center menu to you. Today is the 19th. I didn't mark off yesterday. Better do that. Today they're having chicken noodle casserole, coleslaw, and fruit at the Prairie Pioneer Center. Call them at 872-6121 and let them know you're coming for the meal today. And also you can dial that number up and talk to them about getting set up for home delivery of meals if you would like to give that a try and haven't done that. So that's all coming up for you today. A great meal at the center. And I know you visited with the center folks here a while back, and they're always looking for people to come in and enjoy the recreation activities they have there and play some cards, shoot a little pool. It's a pretty cool place.
Yes, it is a great place. And, we visited with Kathy Larson a few days ago about things happening at the center. And she also continued to mention that they're still looking for some help in the kitchen. So if you'd like to volunteer an hour or two or whatever during the week to help them out in the kitchen, I know that they would appreciate your help.
Oh, the radiator man has been calling all morning.
Oh, man, let me guess. He's got a song request.
Oh, you know what it is.
Oh, boy.
Don't answer the phone. Don't answer it. Don't answer it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's the Radiator Man, and we can't play the song twice in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I don't know the Radiator Man all that well, not nearly as well as you, but I know that you've mentioned that is just one of his all-time favorites.
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah.
And he just keeps calling and calling and calling. And I like the song. It's a nice song, and it's a sad story with Amy Winehouse, but we can only play it once in a while. Don't answer it. It's still ringing.
Okay. All right.
By the way, we did try to call out and get a hold of Mark at Tradewinds Marina, and he was just getting ready to get into the shower. So we thought rather than have him stand in front of the shower and do the show, we'd call him in a little bit.
Okay.
He asked if we'd call him back in about 10 minutes or so.
There you go.
So we'll try to get a hold of Mark a little bit later on so he can get showered up and get going. I'm sure he's got a busy day ahead of him.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, this is the time of year it's really hopping out at Sherman Reservoir, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Busy times. This is, as we mentioned, the last day of spring. It's also Juneteenth.
Yes.
And a very important day marking the end of slavery in the United States, known as Freedom Day. It does change things a little bit. The federal offices, courts, and post offices are closed today. Banks and public schools, of course, the schools for the most part are closed anyway. Same with state and municipal offices and courts. And supermarkets, liquor stores, and all that, of course, will be open. So we can get some food and whatever else we need.
There you go.
UPS and FedEx will be delivering today.
Okay.
By the way. Okay, let's play the game.
All right, here we go. A new batch of questions. Dave, did you know that it's Adopt a Cat Month?
I saw that in the prep material this morning. It's also, if I could find it, it's also a day, because it is Cat Day, get a cardboard box. Because cats love cardboard boxes. They like to get in and out of them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you really like your cat, go get a cardboard box.
Go get a cardboard box, okay. Well, it's Adopt a Cat Month, so we're going to ask you some questions about our furry feline friends.
Okay.
Here's your question for today. Calico cats are almost always what? Calico cats are almost always what? Are they A, female, B, happy, C, male, or D, aggressive? Calico cats are almost always what? Female, happy, male, or aggressive? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Waking up Central Nebraska.
They are so funny.
KCNI, KBBN.
Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers, powered by plant-based natural caffeine. And they come in 4 delicious flavors: pomegranate passion, mango mojo, prickly pear, and watermelon wild. Why do you keep doing that?
These refreshers are just so refreshing.
But you don't have to make that noise every time. Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers, because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
And we have a caller on the line. I did not quite catch the young person's name, but we'll find out. Good morning. Who are we talking to?
Rosie.
How are you today?
Good.
Good. That's good to hear. All right. You must know your cats. Here's your cat question from Brent.
All right, here we go. Calico cats are almost always what? Is it female, happy, male, or aggressive? What do you think?
Female.
Female. Yes, you got it. Yay. We got a winner, and because you've answered correctly, we have a certificate that's going to get you a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesdays at Runza's. So when you can, you just come on out here to the radio station, and we'll have your certificate ready for you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome. Thank you. 7:45 is your time. We'll be right back.
Cattle producers, AeroSeed is your one-stop shop for power fencing needs. AeroSeed has all the supplies, including high-tensile wire, posts, insulators, and energizers to build or replace a solar, electric, or battery-operated system. They offer products from Gallagher, the most practical, affordable, and dependable range of animal management systems on the market. Should anything ever go wrong with your Gallagher Energizer, you won't have to send it off somewhere to be repaired. Most often it can be repaired right at AeroSeed. Get your Gallagher power fence and supplies from AeroSeed on North 10th Avenue, Broken Bow.
Headaches, ear ringing, neck pain? Dizziness? Brain fog? Is your jaw pain to blame? Pearson Physical Therapy wants to be your partner in finding out. Tension and dysfunction in the jaw and surrounding muscles can lead to a number of symptoms that disrupt your daily life. It can be hard to know who to seek out for help. We invite you to come see us at Pearson Physical Therapy to learn how your jaw dysfunction can be managed so that you can get back to not having to deal with daily aggravation. Call us at 872-5800 or stop by on West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Rise and shine.
All right. The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Couple notes here for you. The Broken Bow Food Pantry will be open tomorrow from 1 until 3. And the Broken Bow Market on the Square will take place tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. And there's a blood drive in Myrna tomorrow at the Community Center from 12:30 until 6:30 p.m. It's also Christy's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, it is. Okay. I guess we kind of celebrated a little bit yesterday during our staff meeting.
Yeah, that cake was quite a deal. It was an ice cream cake. It was delicious.
It was delicious.
But we were having the meeting,
Yep.
and Kristen had gotten it and set it out. And as we were talking towards, halfway through the meeting, it was a mudslide down one side.
It started to melt
It
a
did.
little bit. Yes.
So we ate it.
Yes, we did.
We just decided, what the heck, we'll just go ahead and eat ice cream cake with our meeting, and by golly, it was tasty.
It was very delicious, yeah.
We had Henry and Brooke in yesterday to talk about Pioneer Days in Callaway. Here's a little more details on that.
Henry's Beach Bar and Grill is the place to be during the Pioneer Picnic June 28th and 29th in Callaway. Friday night boasts the best karaoke around with Thunder Karaoke from 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. Then on Saturday morning, go and enjoy Henry's famous Bloody Mary starting at 9:30 a.m. And don't miss Henry's annual cornhole tournament at 1, and then dance the night away with 3 bands. Drew Phillips starts at 8:30, followed by Downtown Nowhere, and partying deep into the night with Pocket and his band. Henry's is a place to relax, have fun, and party during the Pioneer Picnic in Callaway. See you there.
7:48. Oh, by the way, it's National Martini Day.
Oh, all right. Shake. How do you like yours? Shaken, not stirred?
I like them dirty.
Okay.
I've never had a martini before.
Well, I certainly have not either. So,
Mike Evans, have you ever had a martini?
I have.
Are they any good?
After the first one, they get better.
Got a lot of drinks like that.
now are you like a James Bond? James Bond was always shaken, not stirred, right? Are you like a James Bond type of guy when you have a martini?
I think most people think they're really important if they get them shaken.
Oh.
So if you get one, a lot of times they'll shake it in a little shaker and then pour it out. And it's kind of the martini people are kind of they got their rituals, and they spray vermouth on the rim, and it's quite the process. But I don't have the patience for that usually, but it's fun to watch somebody make one.
Yeah, there's kind of an art making one. I think Rick Beechler's martini guy.
Mm-hmm. So if it's dirty, it just means it has pickle juice in it, right?
I really don't know. Is that?
I'm pretty sure that
pickle juice.
That's one way to make a dirty one. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd like that or not.
Yeah, pickle juice and gin. What a combination.
Oh, jeez, that would pucker you up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's not something that you drink quickly.
Just sip on it.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just stick to, good old, maybe if I have a beverage, maybe a cold beer or something like that.
Yeah, that margarita at Henry's didn't sound bad.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Those are hard to sip.
Yeah.
They're so, that's that salt around the tops, that's part of the deal.
That's the kicker.
Yeah, get you going. How you been?
Been good. How about you?
Good. Busy at the feed store?
Yeah, pretty steady.
Feed.
This time of year, it's more about twine and net wrap and cane seed and little different pace. A lot of cattle, mineral, and salts being delivered out to the country, and not as much proteins and cubes and things like that. Obviously, because we have wonderful grass, and it's great to see that. So it kind of lulls for a little while on the feed side, but then it comes roaring back in September.
Yeah, and I know you've said this before, and I think it's worth repeating. As a feed store, some may think you would like to see less grass, but that's completely opposite of what you've told us, is that you want to see those guys and gals out there use that pasture and be able to feed those cattle the way they were meant to be, and then you have the supplements to go along with it.
Yeah, we love to see tall grass here. We want the cattle producers out there to be successful for the long haul, and you got to have grass to make it work. And we at Evans Feed love tall grass.
All right. That's good to know.
There you go.
It's just fun to see tall grass too. And
it is.
Like you, I think, mentioned last time, seeing those baby calves where you don't hardly see their ears sticking out.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
It is.
Yeah. So you got all that going on, and the twine and all those sorts of summer activities.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last day of spring on the calendar. And I don't know what you go by, the calendar, or some people thought spring already started. Depends on which way you want to go. But we've had a nice run, haven't we, spring-wise?
It's been about as good as you can probably get.
Yeah. A lot of times our weather changes, like we go 2 weeks of spring and then we get into summer, and it's summer a long time. We've had a nice stretch where 19th day of June. So
yeah. We're pretty good shape, and the flies aren't terrible yet, but they're coming on, and it's more they probably come out in the country, you could say, more quickly than in the city.
Right.
I mean, you can see the cattle already fighting flies, but I don't see too many house flies around town here much, but they're on the horizon for sure.
I got to tell you the truth. Last time you were here, we were talking about the dairy spray.
The dairy bomb.
Dairy bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I was very tempted. We have a can of it here at the station. I was just very tempted to go into the room and just spray it around so I could smell it.
Oh, really? You just love that smell?
It brings back good memories.
Yeah.
It's dairy bomb.
The dairy bomb.
And the good thing is you could do that, I guess, if you wanted to, but there's no harm done. But the flies, they drop like flies, right?
Yeah, it knocks them out pretty good. So when they get around, grab a can of it, and it'll last you a couple, 3 years. Usually it's a big old can, and it goes back to the early days at the feed store, just like you're talking, and it's one of those. Almost everything else has changed, but that one has remained the same. So
that's good. We have a few things that are steady. So I would imagine, well, gosh, fair's the end of July.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine there's a lot of feeding going on for all the different livestock categories.
We got a lot of show mixes going out, and we make a lot of them, but we also just carry products that are already made. So we have Lindner's hog feeds, which are very popular. It's a really high quality, high-end type of product. And then the Cooper Show feed is a new one that we started carrying, and man, they make a good feed too. It's got some different products in it, just stuff that normally around here we don't have to mix, and it's made in the very, very far eastern part of Nebraska, right, like down by the river. But it's called Cooper feeds, Cooper Show feeds, and it's really gaining some traction, and we're happy to be a dealer for them.
Well, we should probably remind ourselves too that we think about fair being when the cattle are shown and the sheep and all that, but especially on the cattle side, there's cattle shows, I think, almost year-round.
Yeah.
And I think of the Stahlbaumer family down in Oconto. They're going to a show about every other week.
Mm-hmm. There's quite a few families like that, and it's a big deal, and it showcases their genetics and their and just how they handle cattle and their herds, and it's a pretty big deal to a lot of people.
Yeah, but the fair locally, that's the goal here for a lot of the kids and parents.
Yeah, I see the couple weeks ago the guys were, I believe, chopping wood or splitting wood, one or the other. I mean, there's a crew for that, and
it's a crew, all right.
It's a crew. Yeah, it's quite the crew. But they, that's a year-round deal, and Matt and Jamie kind of are behind the pit,
Right.
Matt Thomas and Jamie Anderson, and I don't know if they're in control of all that, but it's all a big part of it. They might be. But
well, I know that we get notices in the mail. If you haven't got one and you want to contribute to the barbecue, I'm sure that you can get a hold of Jamie,
yep,
or Matt, or actually go through the Custer County Foundation to make your donation anyway. So you could drop your donation off there if you want to contribute to the barbecue when they serve thousands of people in a couple, 2-3 hours at no charge. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's a big deal, and it takes a lot of people. And I guess we're proud to be affiliated with it for a long time, but there's a couple of hundred other ones as well.
You're usually in the paddock building with the meat itself, aren't you?
I'm generally a either sandwich maker, or I cut those rings off the sheets with Briggs and Doty.
Oh, boy.
I learn a lot from those guys through the years. A
lot of stimulating conversations.
There is.
They are hard workers at that. That's something they look forward to every year.
They're pretty good at it, and then you got to wrap all that meat up, and and then you got a whole different crew for wrapping the meat, which that's quite the process.
Yeah.
You got to have the big fire, and it's quite an outfit.
Yeah.
I usually have to do the pig show, announce the pig show on Monday morning, the first thing in the fair, so I don't get to stay out for the fire too late. I mean, that's a really good excuse not to.
Yes.
But
I got to do the pig show tomorrow.
Yeah, sorry guys, see ya. But they work really hard at it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to be affiliated with it.
Yep, that, and you do a great job announcing at the swine show, and that is one of the very first under the rooftop things that go on. And
yeah, straight out of the gate.
Yep.
Yep, it's fun. And a lot of these kids, it's really fun to watch how they grow through the years. I've been doing it, I don't know, 22 or 25 years. I don't even know how many years, but long time.
Long time.
And so some of the kids, it's the next generation of kids, and some cases even the third generation that I've seen. So it's pretty neat.
It is. That's one of the bonuses of the fair, is watching those different generations go through 4-H and FFA and their projects and so forth. So you got a note or two there? You wanted to mention some things that we didn't talk about?
Not really. I just throw down a few things just in case. We usually don't run out of things to talk about.
No.
But I am happy that you got Amy Winehouse on the radio for the Radiator guy. He's probably dancing down there. He loves her.
He's relentless. He won't let up. He calls every day. He wants to hear her all the time.
Yeah, I know. And the guy next to him down there, he's a big fan too, so they're probably both really happy today.
Well, I like going into their mechanic shops there, and they got KBBN blaring away, and I don't go in real often because I know what's going to happen. The Radiator man's going to say, "Hey, play Amy," play Amy. He says.
Yeah,
all the time.
and usually a lot of times when you go in there, it ends up costing you money because you got to get something fixed. You're like me. I see you down there quite regularly.
Yeah, but I also like to just go in and get some wisdom from those guys too.
There's a lot of wisdom there.
Some mechanical wisdom.
The things I've learned through the years being located there, it's pretty amazing.
Some of those special meetings after work, you can learn a lot.
We can, but yeah, we're in a good neighborhood down there, and happy to be part of that as well.
Oh
so.
Yeah, those guys are great. They've been partners in that shop for a long, long time.
Yeah, I remember when Doug just walked across the creek, and he was on the other side of the road, and he was freezing over there in that building, and him and Kerry struck a deal down there, and he came across on to the north side of the creek.
Well, what you folks, if you haven't been in, what you find is these two guys working together, and they set an example for us, actually, because if Kerry needs work, a little help, maybe getting something in a motor or two-man job, Doug comes over and helps him, and vice versa. They kind of help each other.
Yeah.
And, they're quite a good team.
Yep, they've been good friends for a long time.
Yeah. And pretty good taste in music, just a little too much of it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah, you want me to write that down for live read?
Yeah,
go
ahead, because
for those businesses,
both Mike and I have spent quite a few dollars there.
By the way, you owe KCNI KBBN $150, both of you.
Kerry, guys, if you're listening, you'll be getting a bill.
Either that or we'll trade you for a tune-up.
Yeah, there you go.
A radiator leak.
Yes.
All right. So, anything else on the business side? I think you covered a lot of the summer things that are going on. But.
Just want to mention if you are needing a little bit of cane seed, we're getting returned bags back. We've been out, we've been in, we've been out. So we get, people change their minds, or else the drill doesn't plant as much as it thought it was going to, or plants too much, whatever. But we have a few miscellaneous bags of cane seed, and if you want to rent a creep feeder for the summer for creep feeding, we're getting pretty low on those.
Okay. And, of course, Oconto, open 5 days a week. The feed store here in Broken Bow open 5.5 plus days a week.
Yep, till 2 o'clock on Saturday.
And you guys deliver everywhere.
You bet.
And
bag delivery is free.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Mike.
Yep, thank you.
Evans Feed, downtown Broken Bow, been here for many years, and we're very glad. And they're right next to the radiator shop and the mechanic shop there, where they're kind of stuck on one song, but they're good guys. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Rough surf and stormy skies along Texas Gulf Coast, where the first named storm of the hurricane season is expected to come ashore. Weather Channel meteorologist Stephanie Abrams.
Even though potential tropical cyclone 1 is headed to make landfall in Mexico, we're going to feel the impacts well outside the cone. Rain totals of 5 to 8 inches or more along the Texas coast.
A diplomatic love fest in Pyongyang, where Vladimir Putin and his North Korean counterpart have signed a pact. Kim Jong-un through an interpreter.
We will continue to further and more closely strengthen strategic communication with the Russian leadership and Russia.
The LA Unified Districts approved a ban on cell phones in schools. Board member Nicholas Melvoin.
There's a growing body of research that shows the harmful effect of smartphones and social media on kids during the school day. Academic achievement is down. Mental health is worse. Physical health is worse.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Some people just know the more you protect, the more you save with Allstate, because they know insurance math. Like if you protect your home and auto, Allstate can save you up to 25%. So it's like losing money if you don't bundle. Save more when you protect more. Bundle home and auto with Allstate today.
Bundled savings vary by state and are not available in every state. Saving up to 25% is the countrywide average of the maximum available savings off the home policy. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hulu has movies. We're here to tell you again. Hulu has movies that will put you in the driver's seat like Ferrari, starring Adam Driver. Hulu has movies that will terrify you, like The First Omen plus the entire Omen franchise. Hulu has movies that will inspire you, like Origin, directed by Ava DuVernay. Hulu has movies that will make you hold on tight, like Bullet Train with Brad Pitt. We've said it before, and we will keep saying it. Hulu has movies, all kinds of movies. Come check them out on Hulu.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KSNB, firefighters were on scene for around 3 hours overnight for a barn fire in Hamilton County. The Aurora Fire Department responded to a structure fire just after 10:30 p.m. Monday at 203 South O Road, which is more than 10 miles from town. Fire Chief Tom Cox said the wind blew power lines down that caused the sparks that created the fire to the empty 100-plus-year-old building. He said the barn didn't have any animals in it, so there were no injuries or deaths as a result of the fire. Cox said that the building is a complete loss. Giltner Fire also assisted with the fire, helping put a stop from spreading to other parts of the property. This has been a Central Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting from your Central Nebraska News source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Sad news from baseball, where the legendary Willie Mays passed away on Tuesday. He is in the discussion as the greatest baseball player of all time. He was a 24-time All-Star, had over 3,000 hits, over 600 home runs, 1,909 RBI, over 300 stolen bases, and was a 12-time Gold Glove winner as an outfielder, first for the New York and then later San Francisco Giants, where he leads that franchise in most categories as a hitter. Was a 2-time league MVP and inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1979. Willie Mays was 93. NHL Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. The Oilers stay alive with a 5-3 win over the Panthers in Florida. Star Connor McDavid for Edmonton had another 4-point game, second straight 4-point game for him. First time anyone's ever done that in the final. He had 2 goals and 2 assists. Edmonton is back in the series, but Florida still has the 3-2 advantage, but there will be a Game 6 in Edmonton on Friday.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Slight chance of rain showers today, otherwise cloudy skies expected. Highs level off around 66. Winds out of the east, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected again tonight. Chance of thunderstorms. Lows level off around 58. Chance of thunderstorms tomorrow. Daytime highs approaching 82. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
56 degrees under a cloudy sky, winds out of the east-northeast 5 to 15, barometric pressures rising at 30-25, humidity at 70%. High temperature yesterday 75 with an overnight low of 50 degrees. Sunset today at 9:15, sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:05, the longest day of the year. No measurable precipitation in the past 24 hours. We're at 4 inches and 46 hundredths for the month. We've caught back up with Mark at Trade Winds Marina, and he's out of the shower and bright, and he's all cleaned up. He's ready to go. Mark, how you doing?
We're good. We're good.
Sorry to catch you right before you got in the old shower there, but I think you probably are ready to tear into another day. Have you been busy at Trade Winds?
Yeah, it's been a good season so far. It seems like summer got here a little bit late, but we're starting to see more and more people on the lake. So.
Good. Well, you mentioned last time that the fishing has been good. The crappie were even still pretty active. What's the report this week?
They're still doing really good on the walleye. They're catching crappie out in deeper water now, not so close to the shore like they were. And then the catfish are really starting to kick off. The channel cats are going pretty good, and I'm seeing a few flatheads, but it's still a little bit early for that.
Okay, so all in all, the fishing is steady and good. And as it warms up, we've talked about this before, we'll see more and more recreational activities out on the lake, the skiing and the tubing and that sort of thing. And having been at your establishment a few times, I found it kind of fun just to sit and watch the different activities that are taking place, maybe a big old pontoon boat chugging in with kids being pulled in on the back, all the way to speedboats and all the water recreational equipment that you can use anymore out on the lake. There's a lot going on at your place.
Yep. And the other thing that's it's actually one of the fastest growing water sports in the country is kayaking.
Yeah.
I mean, it just amazes me that there's as many kayaks as what we get on the lake now. Especially when they sell boats with motors.
Yeah. I think one of the things about kayaking, talking to some friends who enjoy it, is they can just throw it in the back of the pickup, put it on top the rig that they're driving, and be in the water in a pretty easy fashion. And as long as the wind's not blowing too much, they can paddle their way around. I think they even have some of those with the availability of electric trolling motors on them, which would be nice for fishing.
Yeah, they scoot right along. And they all can move them right along. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's just going backwards when they invented gas and motors, and
I got you. And I always, I know if you're going to fish with them, you kind of have to have special tackle boxes and little tackle boxes and so forth, or have them tied on so if you tip over for whatever reason, you don't lose all your gear. That would worry me a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And the point that I can't swim is also a big issue.
Oh boy. Yeah. You might want to go with the gas motor on that, Mark.
Yeah. If I go in the lake, I walk out. There's no. I can dog paddle but not very long.
I'm with you there.
You know, I seem to just go to the bottom, and then I just walk out.
Oh, man. Well, that's crazy. The guy who heads up and runs the marina doesn't really swim.
No. Like I said, I can dog paddle like heck, just not very long.
Well, that makes me think of my dad, who could swim underwater, but he couldn't swim on top of it. You know, some people just don't float very good.
No, and you know, my wife used to be a lifeguard and run the swimming pool, and she's trying to get me to be able to float, and no, just don't work.
Well, now we know something more about you, Mark. But the nice thing is, you got all the gear for people, whether they can swim or whether they want to be on a motorboat of all different kinds. And of course, you can fuel them up, and you can fuel up their stomachs as well, their tummies, because they can come in and get some of that good food. Talk about that a little bit.
You bet. Well, tonight's chicken fried steak or chicken fried chicken night. So that's been slowly increasing in popularity. So that one's a good night. And then, of course, tomorrow night's swing night. That's always a good hit. This weekend, we have some RV sites available, and I think only one or two cabins. We have our Servicemen of Heartland event this weekend.
Oh, okay. That's a great event. That's if somebody doesn't know about that by now, kind of give a quick, brief description of what that's all about.
Well, we basically started a group here about 5 years ago and started a nonprofit, and we take out veterans and first responders, retired police officers, retired firemen. We just give them a weekend, and you know, like on Friday we got them out on the golf course for the day, and then Friday night we come in and we have a kind of a happy hour and meet and greet with our guides, you know, just so they can get to know their guide before they go out with them in the boat the next day, and take them out in the boat on Saturday and get them on some fish. And Saturday night we have a more or less a recognition ceremony. And let everybody know, you know, what these people have accomplished in their life. You know, we try, you know, we've had a lot of people say, well, I'd like to nominate so-and-so. Well, we're geared to veterans and first responders, and, you know, and even people that have worked for a community forever.
Sure.
And retired from there.
Yeah.
You know, people that have made a positive impact to communities in central Nebraska. And so that's going on this weekend. And then, of course, we got the big 4th of July rolling up. And fireworks will be Saturday night out at the lake. And if you go to the Chamber of Commerce Facebook page and website for Loop City, there's maps of where you can park on the state side and on the marina side, where you have really good views of the fireworks.
Oh, that's going to be great. It's going to be great.
So, and then also starting Sunday the 7th, we are having the week of July of live music in the beer garden every Sunday.
Wow. So entertainment starting July 7th at Tradewinds to go along with that expansion that you have now room to do that sort of thing. That's great.
Yeah. You know, and the guys in the band, they heard that I play the spoons and tambourine, and they're really trying to get me involved, but I don't know. I don't want to show them up.
Oh.
Now, will you be doing some vocals as well, Mark?
No, absolutely not. just this, you know, I play the spoons and the tambourine, but only in private, because I just don't want people to feel bad.
I understand. We understand.
You know?
Well, you've got a good slate of things coming up, plus the normal everyday fun, fishing or going out on the lake, camping. You've got it all covered. You've got the good meals. They can stop by and pick up things to take with them from the store. You're rolling this summer, Mark, and we appreciate what you do over there, and especially your upcoming day where you honor civic-minded people who have served. That's fantastic. That's really grown, I think, since you started that 5 years ago or so. So keep up the good work. For folks out there who might want to check in with you on camping or lodging or just have any questions, what number do they call?
They can just give us a call at 308-745-1187.
Okay.
The girls will help you out, and if we have spots available, we'll let you know and get you reserved a spot.
All right, and the Trade Winds is open right now, 7 days a week. What are your hours again?
6 to 9.
6 to 9. Okay.
Then our grill hours are 11 to 8.
All right. Mark, we'll let you go. Thanks for taking time to talk to us today. Sounds like things are really going well. Fishing's good. The food's good. Keep up the good work.
Yep, and the lake's plumb full. So.
Clear full yet. That's fantastic.
Yep.
All right, Mark. Thanks a lot.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
You too. Trade Winds Marina, Sherman Reservoir. Old Brent's stomping grounds. He used to go out there and ski when he was a youngster with his dad and
I did,
sisters.
Yeah.
Did Mom go along?
Oh yeah,
she went too.
Yep, Mom went too. Mom could ski a little bit. One of my favorite memories was when my grandpa, Mom's dad,
right?
He came out. I believe, man, Mom would have to maybe correct me, but I'm pretty sure we had Grandpa on the lake, up on skis at the age of 80.
Oh my gosh!
I think so. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. He could ski, man. Yeah. It was that was one of my great memories.
Oh, I can understand that.
I want to say if he was an 80, he had to be awfully close.
Well, most of us were thinking
when
about
he was up on skis.
Being lucky to walk at 80, let alone ski.
Yeah.
We're going to talk gardening next. Ryan's here.
Okay.
Stay tuned. We'll do that right after these words.
Summer is a busy time for our shop, and we know our customers are using their off-road vehicles more than ever during this hectic season. Basic maintenance can help you keep your machines in good working condition and minimize breakdowns. Regular oil changes, checking the wear of regular parts, greasing fittings, and checking fluid and oil levels are very important. And don't forget to wash. A good power washing underneath your machine is also critical. Agland ATV works hard to keep your Polaris machines up and running. At Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Always wear a helmet, never drink and drive.
It's pasture time for those cows. Save time and money with a new satellite water monitoring system from Moline Seed and Fence. Monitor every gallon of water and be alerted if your levels fall below your settings. Call today for an appointment for installation. With time saved, you now have time to cross fence pastures and repair and replace fence. Choose from a wide selection of fencing supplies. Creosote post, hedge post, fiberglass post, barbed wire, and so much more at Moline Seed and Fence, located north of Gothenburg. Call today 308-529-0781.
Aero Aviation, let us take control.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has served the area. Contact Casey for your aerial application today.
8:19, 56 degrees outside today. Going to be back up into the 80s tomorrow. And it is the first full day of summer tomorrow. Ryan Anderson is here from the Garden Center here in Broken Bow. And Ryan, I have my first question is some folks coming in saying, I thought my garden got through some of this okay, and now I got some tomato plants that maybe are drooping, and I get to looking, and maybe there was a hailstone that got to it, or the wind did some damage. Are you seeing some of that at the Garden Center?
We've seen quite a bit of that.
Have you? Yeah.
They kind of cleaned us out.
I was going to ask, you probably had some inventory left, and then this weather probably kind of made the need for more happen, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's the answer.
And no, we don't have any. So.
Okay. All right. So you're pretty well sold out on the garden things?
Vegetable side of things, pretty well sold.
Okay.
Sold out. So, and anything we did have was, it was probably too late to plant it anyway.
Okay. All right.
So, but yeah, after the morning after Saturday, Sunday, after that hailstorm, we got kind of cleaned out pretty quick. So,
well, the good news is the inventory will be used in the ground and replace some of those damaged plants out there. Some crops that are underground crops that you can buy seed for could be started over again anyway. So, are you okay on seed?
Yeah. We have radishes, that sort of thing left.
Right.
So, beans, you can probably replant beans and be okay. And we still have some seed potatoes, that sort of thing. But, for the most part, I mean, I know some people probably waited to see if stuff was going to come out of it. And, I think for the most part, plants are, from what I've seen, pretty resilient.
Mm-hmm.
And, even like the annual flowers and that sort of thing, it probably wasn't the right timing as far as, say later in the summer when the flowers and stuff are a little bit overgrown, a hailstorm can knock them back. They look pretty bad. And then in a couple weeks, it's kind of nature's way of pruning stuff back, and they come back fuller than what they were. So I know we're seeing some of that with our flower stuff that we had out front of the store there. You kind of trim off the damaged stuff, and then like I say, they come back looking fuller than what they were. So.
Yeah. In other words, on your plants of all types, don't give up on them.
Yeah,
especially your flowers.
Yeah.
Maybe if your tomato plant is broken in half, then you probably.
Yeah, there's a point where it's done probably, but
yeah.
So I still remember that hailstorm in, I think it was August of 2017. The east side of town got hit pretty hard, and we'd had a pretty good garden that year, and I was talking to my mom, and she goes, "Oh, just give it a few days," and our garden looked flat, and she was right. A couple days, things perked back up, and we were a little bit later making our salsa, but we still had some.
You still had some. That's the thing. Okay, so working with the gardens, I've heard some stories about some bugs and some infestations that way. I know you can help folks out with that as well.
Yeah, we've definitely seen. It seems like it's going to be kind of a buggy year. I don't know. Flies tend to be biting pretty hard. Mosquitoes, that sort of thing. So. A lot of caterpillars crawling on stuff. So, and that's what's weird is I don't remember seeing the white butterfly moths or whatever, but it seems like we sure have had a lot of the caterpillars or the I don't know if that's the right term for them, but the little green crawly things that are eating big holes in leaves. So.
Yeah, when they get going, they really devour it, don't they?
Yeah, you can come in overnight. It seems like that. You take notice of that, and I haven't seen many June bugs either. As many, but typically they'll take a rose bush and clean it off overnight too. But been hearing about it a little bit, but haven't been seeing a whole lot of it. But yeah, we have product for different products for different, for specific problems, I guess.
Yeah. So stop in if you're starting to see some of that in your garden and maybe your flower beds and so forth. They can help. Also, the rest of the summer we can dedicate to watching those things grow and sit on the patio with a glass of iced tea and enjoy all these things that have been planted. And it would be even more enjoyable on a very nice piece of patio furniture, which I know you can help them with.
Yeah. So got quite a few swivel glider sets in stock right now. A couple bigger fire pit tables, like the balcony height. They're rectangle fire pits that you can sit about six or seven people around. They come with 6 chairs, but those have been kind of popular. A lot of pub sets, tables and chairs and that sort of thing. So if you're in the market for that, stop down and see what we have at the store. If we also have some up in storage that we just don't have enough room to get out. So and if we can't help you there, we can certainly order one up for you. So
yeah, the key here is, if you've not listened to the show before and heard us talking about it, it's furniture that you buy once and you never have to buy any more again unless you want to add to it. And it's fairly heavy, so it won't be down at the other end of the yard unless we really get a nasty storm of some kind.
Yeah, we had that south wind the other night here that blew tree branches down and whatnot. And we came out yesterday morning, and patio furniture still where we had it at.
Yeah,
so
that's great because most of us have retrieved trash cans and patio chairs down at the other end of the alley at our place.
Yeah.
So it's going to be there unless it would be a really, really severe storm. The other thing is the colors, I think, that you can offer can match the house's color or complement the house color. You've got all sorts of choices there.
Yeah, there's a lot of color options you can match, you can contrast, and I think the furniture's like pleasing to the eye. It's an attractive furniture. I know a couple people have actually put it in their house.
Really?
So yeah,
I could see that in a open kitchen or something like that. Yeah.
So
take a look. You have some of that information on your Facebook page.
Yep, we have, of course, the Garden Center Facebook page. We also have Prairie Patio Furniture Facebook page, and along with that, our website, prairiepatiofurniture.com. So
okay, all right. That keeps you pretty busy. Where are we at with trees now? I know you had a great selection of bushes and all sorts of different things to make the yard look better, or put up that memory tree, all those sorts of things. Are you stocked pretty good on trees?
Have a pretty good selection of trees yet. We just got in a load of like perennials and some shrubs and stuff, so that's still pretty full for the we've kind of got the gardens planted, the annual containers planted, and then now people start working on maybe a perennial bed here and there. So we have a lot of different perennials that are in bloom. We just got in some orange. I think they're orange glow roses from the Knockout series. So. Those are a new one. Some yellow roses. Got, of course, the double knockout in red. So several different shrubs and stuff. There was also a new, it's called a Pop Star from the Endless Summer Hydrangea series. It's a blue hydrangea, which it's real pretty, and so different things to look at.
Lots of choices there.
Yeah.
And of course, we probably had on our list going to get some rock in this spring, going to do some, reinforce around some of our trees. You've talked about making sure you have not to use that weed eater too close to the trees, and
correct.
Put some things around to protect that. And maybe some of us haven't got that sort of thing done yet, but you're okay on your gravel, your rock, your bedding, and that?
Yep, different. We have, of course, bagged and bulk mulch.
That's a handful right there.
Yeah, it was. We also added black obsidian rock and rainbow granite rock to besides the river rocks. So got that out front, and we got lawn edging. Or if you're making a new perennial bed or something and need some edging, we have a really easy to use no dig edging. Pound some stakes in behind it. It's really flexible and easy to work with, we think. So
holds that in place, and not too much work to do that. And while you're there, got your furniture, you got all the things that Ryan's described. You can pick up something for your pet, for your dog.
Yes, pig ears.
Pig ears,
pretty popular. So,
how big are the pig ears?
Well, they're as big as a pig's ear.
Well, yeah. Okay, never mind.
They vary in size based on.
I kind of thought maybe they would a little bit, but
just a little pig or a big pig.
Yeah, okay.
They're not. They're the real thing.
Okay.
So,
all right.
They are really. They're the real pig.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I bet the dogs do like those then.
Yeah. And all of these dog treats and stuff are made in the USA and without harsh chemicals and stuff like some have. Mm-hmm. So they're pretty safe. And, they've been catching on. So the pig ears are like $1.25 a piece.
There you go.
Pretty affordable.
Yeah. It's almost tempting to go get one and chew on it.
Yeah, and see how big it is.
Yeah. Different sizes. Okay.
Some have holes in them.
Yeah,
so.
Nice.
All right. Is there anything we missed, Ryan, that we wanted to talk about today about the Garden Center?
I don't think so. We're still open 7 days a week through the end of June. So, yeah.
All right. Come in and 7 days a week. What time you open the shop up?
Oh, about 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
9:30, 10 o'clock. So.
Okay. All right. You can always call, and you can always check out those Facebook pages that you talked about, too.
Yep.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
You made my day, Ryan. We'll be right back.
Nebraska State Bank. Leading, serving, growing. Leading means making a difference in their communities by investing in and supporting local businesses. Serving their communities with employees' involvement, volunteering, and contributing their time and talents to area organizations and events. Growing by uniting with their customers and area businesses to support them in progress and prosperity. Leading, serving, growing. It's what they strive for their customers and communities. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
Homeowners, landlords, and business owners of Custer County and beyond. Is your lawn begging for a makeover? Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair has the magic touch for your green oasis. A 4 or 5 step fertilizer program, sprinkler repair expertise, and top-notch aeration and mowing. Transforming your yard into a lush paradise is just a call away. Call Kyle at 308-870-0348. Serving Custer County and beyond.
Sharon Lawn Care and
Give us a call today at 308-872-2757 or visit burningbank.com to learn how you can make the most of your purchases. Burning Bank, member FDIC.
When the weather warms up, Varney Pharmacy in Broken Bow has the products you need. The sun can soak up your skin's moisture. Shop their great selection of moisturizing lotions and creams with specific products for all ages. Prevent burns with spray or rub-on sunscreens in a variety of SPF options. And should you get a burn, they have the aftercare products that will help your skin heal as well. Varney Pharmacy, downtown Broken Bow.
The warm season is here. Feeling motivated to get some projects done? Your first stop should be Ansley Lumber and Supply. If you aren't as motivated as you'd like to be, when you see the quality products and materials they sell to put on your home, you'll be ready to go. Composite decking from TimberTech and Armadillo will stand the test of time. Pella and Marvin windows will keep the outside air out and the inside air in. Top it all with Tamco Titan XT roofing, tough like a roof should be. Metal is another option for your barn dominium, shop, or other roof as well. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
It is 8:35, covering a lot of ground here today. and we're happy to re-announce Mike Evans, although he has a different hat on right now. Not Evans Feed. Well, he has an Evans Feed
I
hat
should have changed hats, sorry.
No, that's fine. You're here on behalf of the Scenic Byway, and this time is paid for by Custer Federal State Bank, so thank you to Custer Federal State Bank for making this time available. And you're all by yourself today. Rick is out and about.
He's probably taking care of some shrubs or some trees or some yards or something somewhere.
Yeah, volunteer work of some
Mr.
kind.
Beautification.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Linda's she had something going on today. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but she's up there in the hills doing something productive, I'm sure.
I'm sure she is. She's an active lady.
Yeah, Linda Tion, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'm here too for the Scenic Byway to talk about that for a second, and compliments of Custer Federal, so we appreciate that.
So I met up with the Adams family at Gateway Motors on Saturday.
I see.
And I was told that the outhouse is completed.
It is, and it's a 2-seater. So
deluxe.
If I remember right, a couple guys made a commitment a long time ago about broadcasting from there one day or something.
Oh, yeah, boy, who would those two guys
I don't
be?
know, but I don't know if you could fit in there, both of you. But no, it's a nice addition. They did a great job as usual, and it looks good. We got the sod house somewhat furnished. Jim and Dee Dee Christian donated a real nice old home comfort stove, and that really set it off in there. And then we're getting just odds and ends stuff, a few things sitting here and there, and trying to make it look authentic,
Well, let's face it, if the history books are correct, and I think in this area they just might be, there wasn't a lot of furniture in Saudi. It was pretty much bare bones, at least in the beginning.
Yeah.
And if they did have a picture taken, as we all know, the butcher photos showed that they take everything out and put it out in front of the photographer so that they can show what they have as far as belongings go.
Yeah, a lot of wooden boxes were a mainstay for furniture, and I've looked at those pictures a lot, and so have you. I know, and probably all of us, but we could still use some more antlers. If you got some elk antlers, would be really good, but most people don't want to give those up. But if you have some deer antlers hanging around, just go out there to the Saudi and throw it up on the roof like they always did, and we got a pile of them already started, but I'd like to get a little bigger pile on top of it.
Yeah, that you saw that a lot in the photos.
A lot of the photos had that.
Yeah. That still amazes me when we were up there for the premiere of it. We did the breakfast show there. It was a cool morning, and, where you had to wear a hooded sweatshirt or a jacket at least. You walked inside of that, and it was just as comfortable as could be.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. Yeah. They just did I can't remember, I think a Shannon Pomplin did it. I'm not 100% on that, but I think so. Made a drone video for the Red Barn. So if you get a chance, go look on that on the Facebook page. It's really cool. It shows it from a different angle here and there, and it's just, she did a good job.
It shows the path up to the windmill and the walking area there, and
yeah, it's really neat.
Which you've talked about quite a bit. That more people should probably take advantage of that walk.
Yeah, if you need a place to go walk your dog with no traffic, or if you want to just get some exercise, just right on the edge of town there, it's real nice.
We were talking on Saturday about, to make it authentic, we should probably have at least a fake bull snake in front of the outhouse.
Okay. There's a few people I'd like to see the reaction. One of them's my wife. She'd probably never go back again.
I think of my sister and my mom. They would not even get close if there was even a artificial snake there. But that's something too that you think about the pioneers, and they built those soddies. They had the outhouse and maybe an outbuilding of some kind, a lean-to shack, and it would draw, snakes, varmints, all sorts of extra added fun there.
Really in the early soddies, there wouldn't have been an outhouse, and if there was, it would have been built out of sod.
Right.
And so this one, the sod house lasted 30 or 40, 50 years in some cases. And so what period are you trying to represent out there? And I think we're trying to shoot for the pre-1900, the original kind of soddy. And there probably would have been some porta potties or whatever you want to call them by then, outhouses then. But in the early years, they probably just... probably just a hole over the hill or something, just you think about that out there on the prairie, and it was a lot different then. There was a lot more wild animals, and they were brave people.
Grassy plains. I guess that would be your bathroom. You just go out to the tall grass.
Yeah.
Because you probably didn't have a tree to lean against.
There wasn't very many trees, no. If there was, they used them on the sod house.
They used them for something.
Yeah, so...
it's amazing. I think that's what's so cool about that, Mike. You guys, with some other help from a number of people, have put this together. I think as years go by, more and more people will make this a stopping point because of that, and then they'll also benefit from the barn itself with the information inside there.
Yeah, it's kind of the whole goal of the Scenic Byway is tourism, get people out here to see this beautiful country all up and down Highway 2. And, they have the passport program that's going on every summer that the tourism committee down, I believe probably based in Lincoln, sets out, and then they have to choose from a bunch of applicants on different places, and we do have some in our area this year as well that I should mention up and down Highway 2 that are really neat places. We have the Secret Garden up at Myrna. Over at Taylor, there's the Villagers. I believe that's the place that makes the cutouts and all that. Those really neat things when you see when you go to Burwell, whatever. Halsey National Forest, the Mullen Art Center, and Anthem Coffee up at Thedford are the ones probably right up and down Highway. Well, Taylor's not Highway 2, but in our area, in our listening area.
Those are great.
Yeah. So if you get a chance, stop at those places and take a look at what they have.
Mike, I know that there's a lot of opportunities out there for volunteerism. There's a lot of opportunities to join different organizations and or clubs and that sort of thing. But the Sandhill Scenic Byway, I'm sure that they would love to have more members sign up, more people get interested, and they have an annual banquet, and there's a lot to benefit from that. I think you probably get more out of it than you put in, but I'm sure they'd welcome more members.
We would love to have more people be involved with it. And I know everybody's busy, but it doesn't really take that much time to go to a meeting or two a year, or just come out and support it. Maybe help at the barn one day a week or one day a month even.
Yeah.
Things like that. And it's not just the Red Barn, but all up and down Highway 2 and in our whole listening area. I'm sure there's museums and places like that all need help. So if you have a few extra hours and can help, I'm sure there's people who would be very, very grateful.
All right. I just saw an article in the Arnold Sentinel yesterday. I haven't got a chance to read it all, but they noted in the paper for the junk jaunt, they're now going to be a part of the route for junk jaunt. And Sandhill Scenic Byway certainly is a main vein route for the junk jaunt, but it's nice to see some of the communities a little farther away from the highway. And that passport program you talked about also has a great effect that way. It gets people off even Highway 2.
Gets them off the beaten path and come out and see the little towns and communities and the rural areas that we have out here. A lot of good, friendly people out here, and it's good that it's really good marketing is probably not the right word, but it's really good when our people from this area interact with people, because they're always like, wow, those people are nice.
Yeah,
exactly. Good people out there.
And I want to come back because I really enjoyed that. That's what you want to hear.
You bet.
Yeah. All right. I was kind of vision, we could broadcast from the outhouse as promised.
Yeah.
And we could chew on pig ears while we're in there.
I knew you were going to say that. Is it a big pig ear or a little pig ear?
I was just going to say, how big is a pig ear?
You don't want to get
Mike,
a little teeny weeny one because you might swallow it.
Yeah.
You want a big one that you can gnaw on.
Yeah, something you can waller around a little bit.
Oh, boy.
I've seen those pig ears, and I'm pretty sure you can't fit one in your mouth. Unless they have a little baby pig ear thing.
Oh, geez.
Generally speaking, they don't butcher pigs when they're little.
Okay. Thanks, Mike.
So.
Yeah.
But if you want a little pig ear,
we can probably talk to Thomas's.
Find you one somewhere.
Oh, boy. That question will live on the breakfast show for a while. Yeah.
Well, anything else, Mike?
I think Linda just wanted wanted me to mention for everyone just to watch out for farm machinery when you're going up and down the road. So
good reminder.
She's always a good reminder on that.
So, I know you're a busy guy at the feed store, and I sometimes am going through town, and I like watching what's going on at the feed store. Somebody's backed up, loading some stuff up, or seeing your deliveries go out. But I wonder how much time that you spend visiting with your customers, because I'll see you and somebody else leaning up against the pickup, talking about different things. I'm sure that you enjoy talking with your customers and have been doing it for years, but I wonder how you get anything done.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not able to speak with them as much as I used to, because I'm usually ordering and things like that. And I'm across the street.
Right.
But guys know where to find me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. I mean, I'm not trying to hide. A lot of times I have to be emailing and calling and trying to get product and things like that. So. But across the street, I look over there. I see a lot of people chewing on pig ears, talking and this and that, and kicking the rock. And it's still a big part of the feed business. The rural people are the ones that they come to town and they like to talk.
Oh, heck yes.
So that's just the way it's always been. And the guys down there at the feed store are always. Right in the middle of it.
Yep.
I'm not necessarily right in the middle of it all the time, but when I get the opportunity, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, there you go. And that's what you were talking about. When people come through on the Sandhills Scenic Byway, they'll find that if they ask a question, they'll probably get an answer with a story, and then they'll want to come back and get some more stories.
Yep, right? It's a fun place to be a part of.
All right. Thanks to Custer Federal State Bank. Thank you for your time, Mike.
You bet.
And we'll continue on. We're going to play a little Wilco and talk about pig ears while this song plays.
Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
The Thrive for 75 giveaway is in full swing. Here's where you can come see us next.
This weekend, it's time for the Sergeant Fair and Choke Cherry Jamboree. After the parade is your next opportunity to get signed up for those weekly and the grand prize drawings. We've already got 2 finalists that we selected the past 2 Fridays. We want you to be the next, so come and see us in Sargent.
Drawings every Friday and a grand prize drawing in September. Details on sandhillsexpress.com.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
8:52, right on time. Our next guest, Brent.
Our friends with the Custer Care Center are here. Tiffany is here, and Jeanette Denson is here.
I am.
Yeah, good morning, Jeanette.
Good morning.
Nice to see you again. How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
Thanks.
Let's see. Let's talk tractors.
Yeah.
You got a big tractor ride coming up this week.
Friday.
Our 11th annual tractor ride.
Wow. Man, 11th. I love it when events, we're talking about another event, or I think it was a business that announced how long they had been open, and we kind of went, man, has it been that long? And the tractor ride is kind of like that.
Yeah. It's been a fun project. You know, it's our fundraiser for the transportation, and it has been good. So,
well, it seems only fitting that a tractor ride would help fund transportation, right? Yes, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, it does.
So if people want to be a part of the tractor ride, I assume there's still time to get registered. Yes. Do you kind of want them to do it ahead of time, or I know there's a registration time the day of the event?
Yeah, you can register the time that day, that morning. Just know that the tractors leave at 8 a.m., so you want to be there and be ready before 8.
All right.
Yeah, and we're meeting at the fairgrounds, so they can just park there up the top and unload their tractors up top. So,
okay.
And breakfast will be in the Methodist Church booth.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Is where it'll be tomorrow. So.
All right. Sounds good. Let's see, the route. Has that kind of been determined, or is it a secret? If it's a secret, I don't want you to share it. But,
no.
Okay.
We're going to have our first break at Dr. Jacobson's house.
Okay.
And then we'll be traveling around the roads there, and lunch will be at Perry Myers' home. And so it'll be, my husband makes the tour around to make sure that we have about 50 miles, and then the afternoon snack will be at Eldon Shipwrights. So,
at Eldon's place.
Yeah. So it'll be all around there. We start from the fairgrounds. We'll go up and go to Brookstone, so the people up there can see the tractors. So we go up there and drive around, and then
they'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So they were excited about that. So. We try to include as much as we can, so older people. So anybody can come to any of those spots and see the tractors. Not a good idea to follow the tractors, because unless you want to go really slow. Not a good idea, but they can see the tractors at any of those places. So,
Jeanette, I think the drive up the Jacobson lane will be interesting. That's quite a lane up there.
Yes.
And then Perry Myers' place, he's a big tractor collector, so I'm sure they're going to be able to look at some really cool tractors there too.
Yes. Yeah. So we try to have a little entertainment too at lunch. So it'll be looking at his tractors, I'm sure.
My first question was going to be, is it about the tractor drive or the snacks? Because you guys have all these nice meals and snacks along the way.
Yeah.
Sounds wonderful.
You do get a lot of food. So
a lot of really good food.
Do you think you'll have pig ears there too?
No.
Here we go.
No.
And how big do you think they'll be, the pig ears? Yeah. Brent asked the question of the day earlier today, and I don't think we'll be forgetting it for the rest of the show.
That's what he said as he walked out.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I don't know anything about pig ears. So.
I don't know if we've addressed this yet or not, but what is the registration fee?
It's $50.
$50.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we tried to make it a little bit less so that we used to charge a little more, but to make it a little bit less so people can come and enjoy the day, you know. So you get a lot of food for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of food, good company, and beautiful scenery.
Yeah, great scenery, and everything's so green right now.
Yes.
Yeah. It should be a good. The last time we were at Dr. Jacobson's, it was before they.
I wasn't on that.
Oh yes, you weren't. It was. I wasn't either. It was before they had gotten their house done, and so they were pouring cement the day we went.
Oh, well, it'd be nice to see.
Yeah, so it'd be nice to see a completed place.
And
so,
quite a view up there, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, yeah, it should be good.
It should be great. Tiffany, how's things? How's the remodel, the renovation going?
Kind of noisy, but it's going good, I think.
Yeah.
Every day it seems like we're getting a little closer. Right now you can't use the front door, so we ask that you come in downstairs by the kitchen.
Okay.
Just come in. You don't have to knock or anything. Just come in and make your way through the building.
Okay.
Every project, something else goes wrong.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So then you have to. So the front porch was crumbling. We didn't know that. So we have to take the front porch off. So now we'll have a ramp to the front door, which will be nice.
That will be good.
Be nice.
Yeah.
So,
So,
the two little steps will have a ramp, so that'll be nice.
Yeah, and that'll work out okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's underway, and I know you guys are excited to expand.
Yes, we are.
And how are you fixed for workers right now?
I think we're doing.
I think we are full staffed.
That is
Yes.
great to hear.
Well, we can always take more home care, and we would have to have more home care staff. But we are full staffed right now. We just hired a new activity director. So we're hoping that goes really well.
Mm-hmm.
So she's really excited about it, and so.
It just seems like, and Brent probably is noticing this too, when we ask that question now as compared to 6 months ago, a year ago, certainly 2 years ago.
Yes.
We have this opening, that opening, and this opening, and a lot of times now we're really close to. We have one opening, maybe a part-time opening, or like in your case, we always want more applicants because down the road you're going to need more workers. But to have the positions filled is so good to hear.
Yes, it is. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Now we're going to need, if people want to come in to stay in the new facility, you probably need to get your name on the waiting list.
Yes, correct. Yep.
So if people are looking and thinking they might in the future, you might want to put your name on the waiting list.
Okay.
And how many more rooms will be available once the expansion gets completed?
We'll have 4 permanent rooms, and then we'll have 1 respite room.
1 respite room.
Yeah. So if you're taking care of a loved one and you need somewhere for them to go for a couple days, or if you're in the hospital and you get discharged but you're not just quite ready to go home, you can come stay in the respite room up to 14 days. Get 3 meals a day, snacks, baths, medication, whirlpool activities.
Yeah. That's great that you guys are including that in your plans.
Yes.
Because there's a real need for that.
That is. Yeah. So.
We talked about the tractor ride benefiting the transportation service. Update us on that. I'm guessing you have rigs going all over the place during the summer.
I do not know how Peggy keeps anything straight out there.
She basically is a dispatcher now, isn't she?
She is.
Honestly,
she is. I mean, that phone's ringing all the time. Can you pick up this trip today? Or, it's crazy. I don't know how she keeps anything straight.
Yeah, we're expecting a new van. We were just talking about that this morning. We got a new handicap van coming from the Department of Transportation, so we just don't know when.
Yep.
We just got notified that that we're getting it, but it was a grant from 2 years ago, so I don't know.
We don't know for sure when it's going to arrive.
but we're supposed to be getting one, so
always something going on, and some additions and changes. You guys have done a great job, and Tiffany, I'm going to ask you this question now, and we'll go, oh my gosh, has it been that long? But how long have you been at the helm now? How long have you been, well, first of all, how long have you been at Custer County?
14 years, I think. I don't know. I think it's...
Wow. 14 years?
No, it hasn't been that long.
Now, see, to me, that right there shows you've been there a while. Because when you've been someplace for so long and someone asks you that question, you're just like,
I don't know.
Well, I don't really know. I just know I've been there a while.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up. I honestly don't know.
But it's been a while.
Yeah. It has been,
It's been a while. And that shows that you enjoy it.
I do.
You get up every day and come in, and you never know what to expect.
That's right.
In any business, but especially I think in the care business that you're in, or care service, probably a better word for it. But
yeah, you never know what's gonna what you're gonna be doing.
Well, it's been a great story, Jeanette. I mean, I know that there's been a lot of peaks and valleys and a lot of experiments that you did along the way that worked out and some didn't. But you've got it honed down now. I think you've got it really to where it's really running.
Doing
100%.
Yes, that's for sure.
There was something we were going to talk about on the radio, but I can't remember what it was.
Can you
as I'm going through here, there was something we said, oh yeah, we'll announce that on the radio.
Well, we got the tractors. What else? Something coming up? Yeah, I know that.
Oh, yes, I do know what it is. Now it comes to me. Yes. The clients are going to be, they are painting rocks.
Oh, yes.
As a project. And they're going to put them around town, in the park and places. So if you find a rock, you can bring the rock back to Custer Care, and you can get a candy bar or a bottle of pop.
Well, that's fun.
Yep. So they'll just be decorated rocks.
They'll be decorated rocks, and I don't know if they've got Custer Care on them. I think they're going to put
a little bit of everything, I think.
But they might have a sticker or something on them so that you know. So you have to watch for the rocks. I'm not exactly sure what day they're...
I'm not sure what day they're going to put them out, but yes, they will be.
Just be watching when you're out
Watch
around
when
town.
you're out walking around town. If you happen to see a colored rock, might be worth bringing it in.
Yeah. All right. All right.
I knew there was something I was supposed to announce on the radio.
I'm glad you remembered. I know that feeling. Well, trust us, we all of us do that every day. I was going to do something. What was it?
I have to make myself notes.
Oh, I know. I know.
Yeah. And you see our notes. We didn't bring a note.
We didn't bring notes today.
Well, we're good. We got it covered.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
Watch for the colored rocks.
Okay. Custer Care Center. Thanks for coming in, Jeanette.
Yes.
And Tiffany, thanks so much. Did you survive Anselmo's Big Sky?
I did. I was tired. I had to rest on Sunday, but I didn't. I stayed home and rested on Sunday. I didn't take in anything on Sunday. It was too hot for me.
It was pretty warm, yeah.
It was.
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll take a news break next.
Tired of unexpected car troubles putting a misfire in your day? Introducing C&M Auto in Anselmo. For routine maintenance to major repairs of gas and diesel cars or light and heavy-duty trucks, go with C&M Auto. They boast the latest diagnostics to diagnose and fix your vehicle's issues with quick response and a very competitive labor rate. Plus emergency 24-hour service rates outside their 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. Call 308-749-2277 for C&M Auto, located south of Chandler's Honey off Highway 2 in Anselmo. C&M Auto.
Hi, Central Nebraska. This is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. As a part of our constant search for great ways to serve our customers, I'm excited to announce that Lori Pandorf-Leeper has joined our team in Callaway as an experienced licensed agent. So whether you're needing new home, auto, business, farm, ranch, or life and health insurance, or maybe you're just checking in on your current coverage options, reach out to Liana, Chip, or Lori at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Rain and wind are picking up along Texas Gulf Coast, where people are getting ready for what's likely to become the first named tropical storm of the hurricane season.
These trash cans have rocks at the bottom of them, so they shouldn't fly away.
One person's been killed in New Mexico, hundreds of buildings destroyed by wind-whipped flames tearing through the southern part of the state. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham's urging 5,000 people who were forced from their homes to stay away.
20,000 plus acres, 0% containment.
Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un have signed a pact at a summit in North Korea. CBS's Elizabeth Palmer is at the foreign desk.
The so-called strategic partnership they just signed pledges each will defend the other if attacked. But U.S. officials believe Russia, above all, wants a steady supply of North Korean weapons to use in Ukraine.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they helped me. They calmed me down. They made me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Kevin Wyatt.
Couple of big pieces of NBA news. ESPN reporting the Pistons have fired head coach Monty Williams after just one season on the job, and he's got 5 years and $65 million left on his deal, but Detroit deciding to make a coaching change right now. And not too long ago, ESPN also reporting that Pascal Siakam will sign a 4-year, $189.5 million max contract to return to the Indiana Pacers once the free agency moratorium ends on July 6th. In Major League Baseball, the sports world has lost a legend as Willie Mays passing away at the age of 93 yesterday. A 24-time All-Star, had 660 career home runs. Soccer Euro 2024 Championships, Albania leads Croatia 1-0 in the first half.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Chance for showers today, otherwise overcast skies. High temperatures reach up to 66, easterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast skies again tonight, chance of thunderstorms, lows level off around 58. A mix of clouds and sun tomorrow, chance for storms, daytime highs approaching 82. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
56 degrees here at Broken Bow. Good to have you along. Cloud cover still out there. Might be a little lighter now than it was earlier. Winds have been east-northeast today, 5 to 10, sometimes 5 to 15 miles per hour. Brent and Dave with you here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We are going to dive into some information items that we're going to pass along to you, the last portion of the show here. Also giving you a chance to get registered for the $75 cash giveaway on Friday during the breakfast show. And that will, of course, be in honor of the Thrive for 75 registrations and giveaways that are connected with KCNI Radio's 75th anniversary, which comes up September 28th. Back in 1949, they first signed on that day and became Central Nebraska's news source, or at that time, keeping Central Nebraska informed. That's what KCNI stood for and still stands for, hopefully, to you folks out there. Appreciate it very much. Good to have you along. Let's take a look at some items of interest, Brent.
All right. I want to remind you that BD in Broken Bow is still hiring, and they would love to have you join their team. They offer competitive wages, a team environment, and they also offer a great benefits package. And here's the big key: day one benefits available if you join their team. So if you want to apply, you go online to bd.com/careers. But they also remind you that every Wednesday from 3 to 4 at BD in Broken Bow, they have open interviews. So if you want to apply, just swing by BD today from 3 to 4 for their open interview session. Again, you can go to bd.com/careers or stop in on Wednesday today between 3 and 4 for their open interviews at BD in Broken Bow.
Well, talk about celebrations and anniversaries. Lexington 150th anniversary is this year. They started up Lexington back in 1874, and they're celebrating at the end of this month. On Friday, June 28th, they'll have the Plum Creek 5K run at 6 p.m. on that Friday, a melodrama at 7 p.m. Veterans Pavilion at Kirkpatrick Memorial Park will be the location for the melodrama. On Saturday, June 29th at 10 a.m., a parade in downtown Lexington. They'll have Family Fun Festival, noon until 3 p.m. at Kirkpatrick Memorial Park. The Veterans Pavilion dedication and ceremony from 1 until 2 p.m. And they're going to be having a speaker, Jim Reisdorf, at 2 p.m. from the Dawson County History Museum. Also an author of the book called One Book, One Lexington by Carlos R. Servan. And at 3:30, that will be held at the public library. They'll have fireworks at dusk at the Memorial Park in Lexington on Saturday, June 29th. On Sunday, June 30th, they'll have the melodrama performance again at 1:30, a community worship at 4 p.m., and this all takes place at the Veterans Pavilion at the Kirkpatrick Memorial Park. For more information, call 308-324-5504, and their theme for the anniversary celebration for Lexington, Nebraska, the Plum Creek Lexington celebration, is called Looking Back, celebrating 150 years.
Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce wants to remind you that tomorrow is Market on the Square from 10 until 4 in downtown Broken Bow. Farmers, crafters, bakers will be on hand downtown around the square, so come enjoy the day or your lunch in the square tomorrow. Of course, that's 10 to 4. And then they want to make sure that you mark on your calendar the days for Crazy Days. It'll happen July 11th through the 13th, so mark your calendars for lots of fun. Retailers, of course, go crazy with sales on the opening day on Thursday, July the 11th. Also be listening to KCNI KBBN Radio that day, as we'll be going out to many of the businesses participating in Crazy Days and updating you on the specials that they'll have going on that day. That's Thursday, July the 11th. And also this year, they have put together quite the day on Saturday, July 13th to kind of wrap up the Crazy Days celebration. There will be a 5K and donut dash going on that day, and then late afternoon into the evening, a big day at the Custer County Fairgrounds. They're going to have kind of some carnival games, rocket events will be there, music and beer garden from 9 p.m. to 1 o'clock the next morning, food trucks, entertainment and games, live music from some great artists, and it will all be happening on July 13th out at the Custer County Fairgrounds as part of Crazy Days, and we'll be telling you more about that as we get closer to the event. But mark it on your calendar, Crazy Days, July 11th through the 13th in Broken Bow.
Nebraska Land Hearing Center featuring Roxanne. She is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 35 years' experience right here in Custer County and in Broken Bow. If you're struggling with your hearing and you're worrying about missing out on conversations with family and friends at gatherings, stop in and see Roxanne. She can help. She'll give you a free hearing evaluation, and if you need the hearing aids, she has lots of different choices, options, and technologies. Right now, she's excited about the new Genesis AI technology that offers better hearing. Never sounded so good in styles that are comfortable and barely noticeable. So ask her about that. By the way, this new technology with these hearing aids, with the My Starkey app, you can also have health monitoring included and fall detection with those hearing aids, which is amazing. The thing about Roxanne is she takes care of you. Once she does the hearing evaluation, she gets you the hearing aids that fit you best, both for your budget and for service. And then she takes care of you from that point on without extra charges. To make an appointment, call Roxanne at 384-3852. She's located in the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce building on the east side of the square.
Well, today is Wednesday, so I'm sure that most of you woke up this morning and immediately in your mind you were asking, what's for Wednesday at Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique in Broken Bow? So we're going to tell you right now. Here is what's for Wednesday today. Come in today and find all the soaps, lotions, jewelry, purses, and candles 25% off. And with a $50 purchase of regular price merchandise, you'll receive a free sweet treat today. That is what's for Wednesday at Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique. Check it out. Chapin's Furniture, south side of the square in Broken Bow.
If you are celebrating a birthday today, you're celebrating with Kathleen Turner. Kathleen is 70 today.
Wow. Romancing the Stone, man, still one of my all-time favorites.
The War of Roses. She also played Chandler's drag queen, Dad, on Friends.
Yes.
Never mind. Paula Abdul is 62 today. Award-winning dancer and singer, former L.A. Lakers cheerleader, gained fame working with the Jacksons and was one of the judges on American Idol.
Yes, for several years.
Was she?
Yep.
Missed that.
Oh, really? You probably remember a lot of her hits, though, right? Straight up, now tell me, do you really want to love me forever?
Thank goodness I don't remember any of them. Ann Wilson is 74 today. Ann Wilson, the powerhouse singer of the Hall of Fame rock band Heart, had numerous hits through the 70s and 80s. Remember seeing Ann and her sister at Nebraska Land Days a number of years ago on stage. Put on a great show. So those are some
You want
birthdays.
me to sing some Heart for you, too?
We're going to...
I could break into Alone if you want to.
How about doing...
And Dave's going, yeah, well, if you want to, just sing it alone and step out of here.
Yeah, Alone would be good.
Yeah.
Go out back.
Okay.
Here's Johnny Cash. Newly released Johnny Cash, Well, All Right. 9:22. I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'd really like?
I don't know.
Pasta.
Pasta's good.
Pizza Hut pasta.
That's good.
I know a girl, a very young lady, very nice lady, that can tell us all about Pizza Hut pasta, pizzas, fries, salads, you name it. They have it. Julia, how you doing?
I'm doing good this morning. How are you guys?
I'm good. Have we met personally face-to-face before, Julia?
I'm sure we have. I was born and raised here in Broken Bow, so I've kind of been around. I've served a lot of you through different places.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked at Bonfire and McDonald's before, but Pizza Hut's where I ended up, and it's what I'm doing that I love the most right now.
That's great. It's been good. You guys have really made some big steps forward with the dining area open up and the waiters and waitresses that you have and the good food and the delivery. You've done a great job, and I just want you to know if you met me and you didn't like me, I'm not that bad a guy. I just think I want a second chance if you weren't impressed.
I would say the same for you. You might have caught me on an off day.
Well, my wife and I were out enjoying a noon meal here a while back at the Pizza Hut. I was trying to figure out which young lady that you were, but I was afraid to come up and introduce myself, to think that you might, what they call 86 me, and ask me to leave.
Oh goodness,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, I want to get along with you, Julia. I really do.
I'm easy to get along with.
I know you are. Thanks for putting up with me this morning. Tell us what's going on at the Pizza Hut.
We got a lot going on right now. We just had our second parking lot pizza this last Monday. Don't forget that those are from 5:30 to 7:30 every Monday. Those are $9 medium hand-tossed beef or pepperoni pizzas on the fly. You roll through our parking lot, $9 cash or your check, and then you can roll right off. It's super quick. We also got that daytime delivery position open from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. He is begging for deliveries, guys. So if you want delivery, please get a hold of us over lunch because he is missing out.
All right, that sounds great. Are you getting some people in for your parking lot pizzas?
So in the past, we used to sell a lot more of those. I don't know if the price going up has really deferred you guys from, I remember when they used to be $5,
mm-hmm.
And now they're $9. But they are still just as good, and like I said, it's a convenience thing. It's something you can grab on the go. I think we've sold at least 30 of them over the last couple weeks, but I'd really like to see those numbers get up to at least being in those 50 to 75 pizza area.
Sure. Well, Julia, let's be honest. $5 in the past, $9 today is just about what is happening. I mean, food costs are up. You don't go anywhere where you don't spend more money, either at the grocery store or on food at a restaurant. So I think that's very reasonable, and the convenience portion of it's really what it's all about. You pull through and you pick it up, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, there's no taxes. It's just $9 straight across. So you pay the $9, you grab the pizza and you go. We've got it waiting out in the parking lot for you. We've got people ready to serve you. It's probably the quickest thing close to McDonald's leaving town that you could get.
You're probably right. You're probably right. And pizza's so great because, you can sit down and eat it, as a, how do I want to put this? You can use your hands, right? Or you can use a fork if you like. It's very convenient, especially over the noon hour when you're on the go and getting ready to go back to work and so forth. So that's on Mondays.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
And I also caught wind that our hut box is staying, so that's something that's going to be something kind of permanent for you guys. Those personal pan 2 toppings, plus your choice of the 4 wings or the French fries, or that half melt plus your choice of the wings or French fries.
That sounds good. And I've had the French fries. We had them out here at one of our staff meetings. We've got some things from you for a staff meeting, and the French fries were delicious. But I'm still having a little trouble getting my head around Pizza Hut French fries. I just have to be honest about it. But they're delicious.
I tell you, when I started here a couple years ago, and they're like, "We got French fries," I was like, "Oh, you guys got French fries?" I had to try them, and I fell in love with them after that.
We got a couple different ways you can have them.
Got to get the Cajun.
Oh, Brent's for the Cajun.
Don't you, Julia?
Lemon pepper.
Yeah.
I like the lemon pepper over the Cajun.
Do you?
I don't know why.
I don't
a
think
lot of people prefer the Cajun, but I like the lemon pepper.
I'm actually glad you said that. I didn't know you had lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper French fries are so
Yeah.
good, fresh out of that fryer. You can't go wrong.
There you go.
I think a lot of people forget that we have those chocolate donut bites too, and I really suggest serving those with our icing dipping cup that comes with our cinnamon sticks. Ooh, boy. I had some ladies leaving so happy the other day from our dining room because of those chocolate donut bites.
Speaking of your dining room, I know you have the main dining room, and then you have another room off. Well, as you exit, there's a room that people use. And I would think, with the donut bites and all those different things, a great place to have a mid-afternoon, stop in and gather with a group, or you mentioned some ladies. That's an option as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so our party room is available. Most of the time it's not pretty booked up, but we would like to see some more parties coming through.
Sure.
Getting our waitresses used to those bigger groups. A lot of people don't realize that we don't charge for people to use our party room either. So it fits about 35 to 40 people for a little get-together, and we are very accommodating for serving people like that. And then, like I said, not having to pay for the room to have a get-together. We have a couple ladies who come in for cards a couple days out of the week. We love having them here, and so we'd like to see some more business through that party room. If y'all have any questions, just call the store. We'll get you set up and taken care of.
Okay, sounds great. Julie, is there anything else that you had on your mind that you wanted to mention that we didn't ask you about this morning?
I don't think so. I think we covered it very good, gentlemen.
All right. Thanks for calling us, gentlemen. We
Yeah.
appreciate that. And, of course, you know that the Beatles wrote a song about Julia.
Oh, absolutely. You can't go wrong with the Beatles.
Take care, Julia. See you soon.
Take care. Have a good one.
You too. Yep. The Pizza Hut, they got it going on now.
Yes, indeed.
Quality Senior Villages, kind of in that same neighborhood in the area there. They are there for a very special purpose. Quality Senior Villages believes that an active life is a nurturing experience, and at their facility, they help residents thrive and live an active lifestyle whenever possible. And they have activities that are including movies, music, crafts, games, exercise, gardening, cooking, and they have a new outdoor area for outings, which is very, very nice. They're a specialized Alzheimer's and dementia care assisted living facility. If you'd like more information about Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow, Nebraska, here's the number, 872-6387, 872-6387.
Quick programming note for you. Of course, tomorrow we plan to have American Legion Baseball on the air for you. Broken Bow playing Lexington. Lexington does not have a juniors team this year, so it's going to be a seniors game only tomorrow, and therefore the start time will be 7 p.m. at Paul Brown Field. So we'll broadcast that for you on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com. Seniors game between Broken Bow and Lexington, and the start time now scheduled for 7 o'clock tomorrow night. All right, as we check out some other things for you, Circle V Stitch and Post, a lot of things going on there. Velma ready to work with you to get your creation started today. Why shop online for personalized items when you can work directly with Circle V Stitch and Post? They've got great prices, and you can create with someone right here in our area. So give Velma a call today to get your creation started, 872-6173, offering some really neat opportunities through their quality custom embroidery service. Circle V Stitch and Post, call 872-6173. You'll find them just north of Broken Bow out on Paulson Road.
Rustic and Red in Cozad, another Thursday. Join them. They're having a big sale tomorrow. Sip and Shop underway tomorrow at Rustic and Red in Cozad. These sales run all day, but the sipping starts at 4 p.m. Here's your specials. 20% off store-wide. That is crazy. 30% off baskets, 30 to 50% off all ladies' apparel, 40% off florals and greenery. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to more details. Grab your girlfriends and make a trip to Cozad to check out Rustic and Red tomorrow, 10 a.m. until 7 p.m., and that's in downtown, beautiful Cozad. The ladies there are wonderful. If you haven't been, you want to go. If you've been there, you know you want to go back. Rustic and Red in Cozad, and they'll be sipping tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock. Sale specials start when they open the doors up at 10.
We'll stay in Dawson County and remind you that there's a big day coming up this Sunday at Dawson County Raceway in Lexington, where only the best go 3 abreast. And they'll be featuring the Legends of Lex at Dawson County Raceway this Sunday. They were to do this, I think, earlier in the season, but this particular event got postponed because of weather, so they're going to plan to do it this Sunday. So come on out and enjoy the Legends of Lex, showcasing drivers of Dawson County Raceway from yesterday. Plus kids' bike night prizes on Sunday as well. Some of the names you'll get to see during Legends of Lex include, and I hope I pronounce all the names right, Dallas Toby, Terry McCarty, Scott Blessing, Denny Eggy, Wendell Stevens, Troy Olmstead, Robbie Leonard, Ken Eckhoff, Rod Clough, Dan Carl, and more. Autograph opportunities during the day as well. Pit gates open at 3, grandstands open at 4:30. The racing starts at 6. Plus, the Charger Chassis Crown Vic races will be on Sunday as well at Dawson County Raceway. And if you go out to the races, you'll have an opportunity to see members of our staff, as KBBN Radio will be there on Sunday with giveaways and a registration opportunity for our Thrive for 75 cash drawings. And we'll be doing some live reports that afternoon from the raceway in Lexington. So head on out to the races. Dawson County Raceway is the place this Sunday.
So relieved, so happy to report. Didn't sleep well the last couple of nights due to this story, and now I'm relieved to hear that Justin Timberlake will probably not serve time.
Oh, good.
He had a little bit too much to drink the other day.
Oh.
And in Long Island, New York, they picked him up. They released his mugshot. And unless he was recently crying a river, it's hard to explain why his eyes were so glossy and bloodshot. But he had a rough night, and I really worried about Justin Timberlake. He was released without bail yesterday morning after the police said they failed, or I should say he failed, the sobriety test. And legal experts say that JT won't do any time if his lawyers get the charges dropped to an impairment violation.
Oh.
That isn't actually a crime. It's an impairment violation.
I see.
Worst case scenario, he could spend 2 weeks in jail, but that's not very likely. I just wanted you to know.
Thanks, Dave.
Whew, I'm so relieved.
Keeping Central Nebraska informed.
Oh, Justin. Chokecherry Jamboree. They got it going on. The Sergeant Fair and Chokecherry Jamboree, June 21st and 22nd and 23rd. That would be this weekend. Friday night, the Ugly Truck Contest in front of the park, a $10 entry. The dirtiest, rustiest, worst paint job will be rewarded. 7:30, it's cruise night. They're going to have a cruise night. And with that, they'll have the post-prom grab-and-go meals. Then on Saturday, vendors and crafts in the city park, the Little Miss Chokecherry contest in the city park at 11. By the way, the vendors will be there from 10 until 2. Then they'll have inflatables in the city park from 12 until 4 p.m. Going to have a fundraiser for the community in the park at 12 noon. They're going to have a post-prom pick-a-duck, cakewalk in the city park, and, of course, the ever-famous pit spitting contest in the city park. They're going to have 4-H livestock bingo. Then they're going to start lighting up for the parade along about 4:30. The parade's at 5, and the theme is It's Not Typical. That can fit just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
At 9 p.m., the alumni dance at the Sargent Community Center. And then on Sunday, they're going to have a church service in the city park at 10:30, pancake feed in the city park at 11:30, bingo at 12:30 in the park, and Dennis Seidel Memorial Water Fight on the main street of Sargent at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Sponsored by the Sargent Fair Board with help from the Sargent teachers and staff, the chamber, and community. And they would love to have you stop by and take part. They've got lots of things going on for the annual Jamboree, Choke Cherry, and, of course, the Sargent Fair right along with that.
Yeah. Let's tell you what's showing at the movies. Tonight and tomorrow night, still an opportunity to see Garfield. If you haven't seen it yet, Garfield this time around voiced by Chris Pratt. The world-famous Monday-hating, lasagna-loving indoor cat is back. And so that'll be showing yet tonight and tomorrow night at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Of course, the Bad Boys are back, too. Yeah, when their late police captain gets linked to drug cartels, wisecracking Miami cops Mike and Marcus embark on a dangerous mission to clear his name. It's Bad Boys Ride or Die, and it is showing for the rest of this week at the Fox Theater. It'll actually continue through the weekend and into next week as well. So check it out, one of the big blockbusters of the summer, Bad Boys Ride or Die. Speaking of blockbusters, I think the top movie in the country right now is the new Disney and Pixar film Inside Out 2. Returns to the mind of newly minted teenager Riley, just as headquarters is undergoing a sudden demolition to make room for something entirely unexpected. New emotions, joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust. And you'll get to see how it plays out in Inside Out 2, the new Disney and Pixar family film, and it is showing tonight, tomorrow night, and then will continue its run as well Friday through the weekend into next week. Also, there's a new movie coming to the Fox Theater coming up on Friday. Summer Camp will be showing beginning Friday, rated PG-13. Nora, Ginny, and Mary have been close friends since they were children and have spent their summer vacations together without fail, attending sleepaway camp as a trio. So that'll start on Friday, run through the weekend and into next week. And don't forget, they have started and are continuing their summer movie series at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow for just $2 on Wednesday. You can take the kids and the family out to see a wonderful movie, and it is all sponsored by Markham Construction. Today, the summer movie series will feature Minions. The Minions are at the Fox Theater. It's The Rise of Gru, and it will be showing today for just $2 at the Fox Theater. Showtime is 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Wow, what a show. We had some great guests. All the guests were so good today. And we have a lot of information that we were able to pass along to you as well. But we're not done yet. We have one more thing. We have one more thing to do, Brent.
Okay.
It's time for the chance to enter for the $75 that will be given away in cash on Friday during the breakfast show.
All right.
And we're going to do a call-in and text this time around.
Oh, wow, both.
Both.
Okay.
So, when we get a song started, we're going to ask you to text until the song is over. John Prine's going to help us out with that. And that will be about 2 minutes and 12 seconds.
That works for me.
Short little Prine song for you. So the phone number, the text number is 308-870-0333. 870-0333. And for you non-texters out there, I'll be taking calls over to my right at 872-2801. You'll have to talk to me because with the old-fashioned way, you have to kind of talk. But texting, you just text in, and Brent will write your name down. So he needs the first name and last name with your text.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get the information from you at 872-2801, starting now.
I ain't got nobody hanging around my doorstep. Ain't got no loose change, just a hanging around my jeans. If you see somebody, would you send them over my way? I could use some help here with a can of pork and beans. I once had a family, but they up and left me with nothing but an 8-track, another side of George Jones. I was in high cotton, just a banging on my 6-string, a kicking at the trash can, walking skin and bone. I could see your back porch if I close my eyes now. I can hear the train tracks through the laundry on the line. I'm thinking it's your business, but you don't got the answer. I'm knocking on your screen door in the summertime. Everybody's out there, climbing on the trees now, swinging in the breeze now, hanging on the vine. I'm dreaming about a sailboat. I don't need a fur coat. Underneath the dashboard, got some sweet potato wine. I can see your back porch if I close my eyes now. I can hear the train tracks through the laundry on the line. I'm thinking it's your business, but you don't got the answer. I'm knocking on your screen door in the summertime. I'm knocking on your screen door in the summertime.
All right. The text line is closed. The call-in line is closed. I got a couple of genies.
Really?
Yeah, genies.
All right.
2 genies.
Great.
Makes me think of I Dream of Jeannie, which makes me think of
I knew you were going there.
Also a Carla. So you had a lot of texts?
Oh, yeah. I'm not even close to done writing them all down.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Hey, before we go, we want to remind you that coming up on Saturday, June 22nd from 2 to 4 at the Wild Rose Gallery, Chris Brown from the Museum of Nebraska Art will be teaching. No talent, experience, or supplies needed. Come laugh and learn with them for only $35, a new life skill, and support the gallery at the same time. To register, call ahead 872-2632, or you can call 870-0995, 872-2632, or 870-0995. Don't delay. These classes fill up quickly. This class is Espresso Yourself. Grab a coffee drink and get started on an adventure into the art of painting with coffee and espresso. In this class, they are not just drinking coffee, they're using it as a medium to create masterpieces. So whether you're sipping a latte or painting with espresso, there's always an opportunity to espresso yourself in the most beautiful way possible. It's happening Saturday, so get registered now. Contact the Wild Rose Gallery.
Thanks, Brent.
You betcha, Dave.
Get everything taken care of except all the names that are on your phone there?
Yeah, I just have to start writing a lot more here. And then, but business-wise, we've got everything done.
All right.
Yes,
and,
sir.
By the way, 872-2801 is closed. It's still ringing.
Okay. All right. Closed for now.
Nothing like hard, cold cash.
Hey, before we go,
Yeah.
can I give a shout-out to somebody? I saw this come through our email. This is from Lyle. Emailed us, and it says in the comments section, "You guys rock. Thanks, Dave and Brent." Lyle from Loop City.
All right.
Thanks, Lyle, for listening.
Thanks, Lyle.
Appreciate the shout-out, and we shout right back out to you.
You bet. Thanks for listening, and thanks for letting us know you're listening.
Yeah.
We always enjoy that. We got Loop City to Puerto Rico. I mean, we got them all, all over the country. It's amazing. Who would have thought a little radio station created back in 1949 would be getting emails and texts from all over the world.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
how big do you think pig ears are?
Well, depends on the size of the pig.
Oh, boy.
We'll close the show right after this.
Thousands of Husker fans around the world. This is the Huskers Radio Network.
Okay. That is one of the ads that came in overnight that didn't record from Brownfield. They have a little problem at Brownfield.
Meh.
So you heard a little bleed from the Husker network. That's what happens when it doesn't record on the automatic record. So we just wanted you to know that in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
That's the show for today.
Yeah, what a great way to end.
That's one that isn't our fault, so it doesn't
That's
bother
right.
us so
Yeah,
much.
out of our control.
Friday, I want to remind you that we will be broadcasting live from Sargent.
Okay.
I don't know what's up for tomorrow, but it'll be busy.
All right. And just another note, want to say thanks to our buddy Jeff Denson. He texted me and just wanted to clarify things with Legion Baseball tomorrow when they play Lexington. Lexington not fielding a juniors team this year, so it'll be seniors only tomorrow. Broken Bow versus Lex, and they've moved the start time up to 7. So that'll be start time, and we'll broadcast it for you tomorrow on KBBN Radio.
Thanks, Brent.
Thank
Appreciate
you, Dave.
it. Never mind. Some of the pig ear there.
Was a sidekick of Rowdy Yates. Drove that wagon train out west, right along this interstate. Crossed the high plains of Kansas to the Colorado line. Spent a lot of sleepless nights round the campfire. They had mountains on their minds. Well, those high plains people, they're different somehow. You spend your life leaning into a hard wind. I guess you're less likely to take a bow. All these stories buried out here, they're calling to me. Like the earthquakes in California, like the hills back in Tennessee. I got to circle back and touch something near. I'll find out which way to go, just to get on out of here. Well, I lost my thread, and I lost some time. But it takes a lot of ground for me to change my mind. While it's 99 in Topeka, the wind is blowing high.